WIAL 6A matchup between the visiting Spartans of Hempfield High School and your Central Catholic Vikings. But first, we direct your attention to the big field, where this evening we will honor the senior members of the football program and their families. Over the past 4 years, these young men have carried on the Central Catholic traditions of faith, scholarship, and service through their work in the classroom, on the field, and in their intense community involvement. Here are the honorees. Number 7, safety and quarterback, Seamus Mann. He is escorted by his parents, Allison and Buddy, and his sisters, Riley and Maddie. Seamus plans to attend college and study business. His favorite football memory is the state playoff last year. Advice for the underclassmen: make most of your time at Central Catholic playing football, because time goes by fast playing such a special place. Number 7, Seamus Mann. Number 8, edge rusher and outside linebacker, Ashton Black. He's being escorted by his parents, Val and Andy Black, and his brother Aiden. Ashton is committed to continue his academic and football career at the University of North Carolina. His favorite football memory is winning the WPIAL championship with his teammates and coaches. Advice for the underclassmen: work hard, trust the process, and don't ever lose confidence. Compare your progress only to the person you see in the mirror. Number 8, Ashton Black. Number 11, wide receiver and defensive back, Dominic Corella. Is being escorted by his father, Andrew Corella Jr., Mom Heidi Corella, and 2 older brothers, JJ and Vincent Corella. Dominic plans to attend college and study sports medicine and play football as long as he can. His favorite football memory is winning the WPIAL 6A championship. Advice for the underclassmen: tradition does graduate. Number 11, Dominic Corella. Number 14, wide receiver, Aiden Lasotka, is being escorted by his parents, Jessica and Martin Lasotka, his brother Leo, and sister McKenna. Aiden's future plans are to pursue a lifelong dream to play football in college. His favorite memory is beating West Mifflin this year. Advice for the underclassmen: be patient and trust the process. God favors those who trust in the process. Wide receiver, Aiden Lasotka. Number 16, defensive back and wide receiver, Justin Anderson, is being escorted by his parents, Sheena and Gene Anderson, grandmother Vic, and brother David. Justin plans to go to a school to become a corporal lawyer. His favorite football memory: winning the WPIAL championship. Advice for the underclassmen: keep your head down and work. Number 16, Justin Anderson. Number 17, quarterback Desiree Ismaili, is being escorted by his mother, father, brother, sister, and grandmother. Desiree plans to become a dentist or software engineer. His favorite football memory is winning the WPIAL championship. Advice for the underclassmen: you can dream it, you can achieve it. Number 17, Desiree Ismaili. Number 27, running back and safety, J. Ross Simpsonski. Jay is being escorted by his parents, Ron Bridget and Simpsonski. Jay plans to attend college and become an airline pilot. His favorite football memory is winning the WPIAL championship. Advice for the underclassmen: do what makes you happy. Number 27, J-Rob Street. Number 32, defensive tackle Angelo Domenico Filiano is being escorted by his parents Monica and Angelo Filiano and his sister Villarosa. Angelo's future plans are to pursue and earn a degree in business administration. His favorite football memory is winning the WPIAL championship against North Allegheny in 2024. Advice for the underclassmen: don't wait for the perfect time for opportunity, make the time for perfect opportunities. That's number 32, Angelo Filiano. Number 38, linebacker Earl Green is being escorted by his mother Jessica Wellborn, and his grandfather Michael Green. Ned plans to pursue a career in engineering. His favorite football memory is winning the WPIAL championship. His advice for underclassmen is to support each other regardless of your achievement or theirs. Number 40, linebacker and H-back, Colson Gatton, is escorted by Aaron Noel and Aaron Gatton, his twin sister Emerson, and younger sister Tatum. Colson will be continuing his academic and athletic career at Duke University. His favorite football memory is winning the WPIAL championship. Advice for the underclassmen: enjoy the journey. Do not take a moment or a practice for granted. The years go by too fast. Live in the moment. Number 40, Colson Gatton. Number 44, H-back and linebacker Bobby Maturak is being escorted by his parents, Connie and Andy Maturak, and his brother Sammy. Bobby plans to pursue a degree in medicine while continuing to play football. His favorite football memory is winning the WPIAL championship. Advice for the underclassmen: trust the process and be coachable. Enjoy every moment. This is the best time of your life. Number 44, Bobby Machurak. Number 52, center Matt Ford is being escorted by his parents, Mark and Mary Bowers, his brother Mark, and his sister Megan. Matt is committed to the admissions process at Princeton University, where he will pursue an undergraduate degree and continue his football career. After college, Matt hopes to go to law school and become an attorney. His favorite football memory: winning the WPIAL championship. Advice for the underclassmen: show up every day giving 100% effort and never skip rest. Number 52, Matt Powers. Number 53, offensive lineman Jake Murphy, is being escorted by his parents Jamie and Max Murphy and his sisters Mackenzie, Morgan, and Mallory. Jake plans to attend college following his graduation from Central Catholic, intending to major in sports management and kinesiology. His favorite football memory is winning the WPIAL championship against North Allegheny his junior year. Advice for the underclassmen: show up and work hard every day. Number 53, Jake Murphy. Number 55, offensive and defensive lineman Cole Bayer, is being escorted by his parents, and Andy Bayer, and his sister Brooke. Cole plans to go to college and study finance. His favorite football memory is winning the WPIAL championship. Advice for the underclassmen: cherish every single day. It may not seem like it now, but time really does fly. Number 55, Earl Bayer. Number 56, defensive tackle Eric Jones is being escorted by his parents, Rama and Tyrone Jones. Eric plans to attend college and become a pharmaceutical chemist. His favorite football memory, winning the WPIAL championship game and having winter practices. Advice to the underclassmen, no matter how hard it gets, keep your head up, keep moving forward. That's number 56, Eric Jones. Number 59, offensive and defensive lineman Alan Davis is being escorted by his mother Tiffany and little sister Alec. Alan plans to attend college to major in computer engineering. His favorite football memory is winning the WPIAL championship last year. Advice for the underclassmen, not how you start, it's how you finish. Number 59, Alan Davis. Number 72, long snapper Warren Nick is being escorted by his parents, Renee and Patrick. Rory plans to play D1 college football while achieving a bachelor's and master's degree in business administration. His favorite football memory is singing the national anthem. The 2024 WPIAL championship game as a duo, only to go on and win the championship game that night and receive a certificate of achievement from the WPIAL. Advice to the underclassmen, prove yourself and never stop reaching for your dreams. We'd also like to mention today is Rory's 18th birthday. Happy birthday to number 72, Rory Annette. Number 79, offensive lineman Gabriel Robinson is being escorted by his parents, Vandra and George Robinson II. His brother George Robinson III, class of 2023. His grandmother Sandra Brown Williams, godbrother Treva Martin, and godbrother Zachary Martin. Gabriel plans to continue his football career and study to be a dentist. His favorite football memory is winning the WPIAL championship. Advice for the underclassmen, all out in camp. That's number 79, Gabriel Robinson. Number 99, defensive tackle Tejion Oak is being escorted by his mother. Tejion plans to attend college after graduation. His favorite football memory is winning the WPIAL championship his junior year. Advice for the underclassmen, build friendships, make memories, and enjoy the ride. That's number 99, Tejion Oak. Number 9, wide receiver Maceo Watkins. Maceo would like to find a university that's a good fit for him and study business. His favorite football memory is winning the WPIAL championship last year. Advice for the underclassmen, going to Central is worth every moment. The structure you gain will set you up for life. Number 9, Maceo Watkins. Number 19, wide receiver Amari Wormsley. Amari would like to attend college and study engineering. His favorite football memory is the journey to the state championship game last year. Advice for the underclassmen, appreciate the small moments in life because that is what makes it truly special. That's number 19, Amari Wormsley. Team manager Victor Otomosu is being escorted by his sister Penny Otomosu and his brother Daniel Otomosu. His favorite football memory was traveling to the state championship game and hanging out with his best friends. His advice for underclassmen, do your homework, join clubs, and keep your grades up. That's team manager Victor Otomosu. One more time, everybody. Let's have a nice round of applause for the Central Catholic 2025 seniors.
Greetings and salutations from West Mifflin Stadium, as tonight it's senior night for Central Catholic football, and it's a Class 6A WPIAL football contest featuring the Hempfield Spartans and your Central Catholic Vikings. Hi everybody, I'm Brandon Rosside joining you on the Central Catholic YouTube page. Thanks for joining us wherever you are and whenever you do choose to tune in, whether it be on the live broadcast or on the archive post-game. But nonetheless, Central Catholic comes into tonight's game 3-1 and 1-0 in conference play after a 57-0 whitewash over Mount Lebanon. It was the best defensive performance by far that Central Catholic has had all season, limiting Mount Lebanon to just 110 total yards of offense, including 11 yards of rushing defensively allowed by Central Catholic, whereas Hempfield, they are also 3-1 on the season and looking to turn some heads across the WPIAL. They won their first 3 games of the season against North Hills, Franklin Regional, and Kiski, but Hempfield falling last week to North Allegheny by a score of 56-13, but there were still some decently bright spots for Hempfield, with 273 total yards, despite defensively allowing just under 400 total yards of offense to the North Allegheny Tigers. This is a Central Catholic team defensively that has seen improvements pretty much every single game since. Of course, you get the loss to the nationally ranked LaSalle College, one of the top teams in the state of Pennsylvania. And then the very hyped up game with Pine Richland, and of course against a team like Pine Richland, the caliber that the Rams are, you're going to give up some lumps. While Woodland Hills, on the other hand, that was pretty much domination, especially on the offensive side of the ball, where we saw a lot of Owen Herrick going off in that contest. He threw for 340 yards and 3 touchdowns in the 58-20 win in Canton, Ohio, the home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, as Central Catholic and Hempfield just wrapping up with the pregame festivities. Central has the blue jerseys, yellow pants, and the yellow numerals. Hempfield with the white jerseys, blue numerals, and the gray helmets as well. Central Catholic will be kicking off to begin tonight's contest. Hempfield will be receiving, going from left to right on your screen. Thanks for joining us wherever you are, as Hempfield and Central Catholic about to do battle in WPIAL Class 6A action. Lots of action across the WPIAL, especially in the 6A classification. Of course, there's 7 teams in conference, but all but one team is playing a conference game tonight. North Allegheny at Norwin. That game, kind of the game of the week in 6A in the 6A terms, but of course we'll keep it here with the Central Catholic Vikings as they take on a Hempfield Spartans team looking to make some noise in Class 6A. And the other matchup, Mount Lebanon is at Cannon McMillan. The Blue Devils looking to get their first win of the season. Cannon Mac with their first conference game of the season. Seneca Valley is out of the conference. They're taking on Moon in Class 5A on the road. Kicking off will be Antonio DeFata for Central Catholic. And DeFata lays into this kick, and off we go. This rolls into the end zone for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 Hempfield to begin the ball game. So Hempfield will be marching out on offensively, led by the quarterback Dominic Dietroff and the running back Aiden Steinbeiser. Now, Dietroff has a lot of options to go to offensively. They kind of like to spread the ball around at will. As Hempfield will take it over on the far hash marks. 1st and 10. Dietroff is in the shotgun formation. And they hand it off to Steinbeiser. He spins into a wall. Robin Thompson makes the first hit, but Steinbeiser able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down and 10 for Hempfield. Now, Hempfield will run no huddle, not quite as quickly as Central Catholic does, but they will use the no huddle to their advantage. Dietroff tries the hard count, now goes back to his coaching staff led by head coach Nick Kiefer. And Steinbeiser again with the carry. Steinbeiser up the middle where he's upended by Thompson and Colson Gatton, the future Duke Blue Devil. Gain of 6, it'll be 3rd down and 4 for Hempfield at the 26-yard line. First minute of action. Steinbeiser on the season, 66 carries, 305 yards, and a free first down given up by Central Catholic. First 3rd down conversion comes the cheap way, but you'll take it any way you can. As the man in motion goes Drew Jones. Fumble snap, and Thompson pounces on it. It's Central football. A miscommunication between the center, Patrick Moorman, and the quarterback, Dom Dietroff. Moorman snapped the ball as if Dietroff was under center, whereas Dietroff was in the shotgun. And now Central Catholic's going to get a free break. And you can't afford to have mistakes like that against a team as high-powered as Central Catholic as they're trotted out onto the field, led by sophomore quarterback Owen Herrick. He's alone in the shotgun formation with a 5-receiver set. No Max Roman in the lineup tonight as he's out with an arm injury. Herrick back to pass, throws left side. It's complete. No, it's dropped. Maceo Watkins, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Usually Watkins doesn't miss those kinds of passes like that, but alas, it's 2nd down and 10. Herrick fakes the handoff, slant pattern, it's broken up, incomplete. Terrence Vaughn's the intended target as it was intended for Dom Perella. And it'll be 3rd down and 10, so the defense holding strong for Hempfield. Still have a 3rd and 10 to manage right now. Herrick, 3-step drop. Overthrows incomplete. Again, looking for Perella. Central Catholic, 3 straight passes, 3 straight incompletions. And it'll be 4th down and 10. So it seems like the game plan early on here is to get the passing game going against a Hempfield team that has allowed just about 120 passing yards per game, but a season-high 213 passing yards a couple of weeks ago to Kiski. Gave up 129 to North Allegheny last week. Herrick surveys, steps up, and Herrick is sacked. He's brought down by Xavier Smith, but there is a flag on the play. General indication is that it's going to stay as called. Yeah, but it's a hold against Central Catholic. Penalty will obviously be declined. And Hempfield gets the ball right back. An auspicious start for Central Catholic. They get the turnover early on after the gaff by the quarterback center exchange. Central can do nothing with it. So Hempfield has it again, 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Man in motion goes Nick Marcus, and a flag flies again. Ball start on the right guard, Jacob Wiederstein. It'll be 1st and 15 from the 29-yard line. Steinbeißer, nowhere to go again as he's devoured in the backfield. Making the stop was Ashton Blatt. Loses about 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 19 as Ashton Blatt, future North Carolina Tar Heel, making the stop. One of the best, if not the best, highly recruited athlete in the class of 26 in the WPIAL. As Steinbeißer bounces left side, gains minimal yardage. He's brought down by Thompson and Blatt. And it'll be 3rd down and 18 for Hempfield with 9:10 to go in the first quarter. Hempfield still out there with 3 receivers set, 2 receivers to the near side. Man in motion. Dietrich looking to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Pass thrown and nearly picked off at the original line of scrimmage. It was intended for Kopis, and it was broken up by Sammy Tapu. And neither team can really get the passing game going early on. And Hempfield forced a punt. And the punt is away for the Spartans. That was Lippman. And taking the punt now, Central Catholic down to the far sideline up to the 30-yard line. A good return for Central Catholic. That's Aiden Nasadka. So Central, a slow start, but that can be redeemed here pretty quickly as the ball's at the 30-yard line for the Vikings. Running back out there is Jaden Alexander. As Alexander gets the carry and drags a couple of Spartans with him down inside the 25-yard line to the 23. Gain of 8, 2nd down and 2. And Central Catholic, as we know, they'll go quickly. No flags fly as Herrick completes the pass for a 1st down. It's Colson Gatton bulldozing his way to the 14. Here's Alexander again. Alexander, good run following his blocker as Jimmy Kalis leads the way. And there's an injured Hempfield Spartan down on the field over at the far numbers. So Central Catholic starting to move the ball more efficiently here as the Hempfield Spartan in question gets some help off of the field. That is Nick Marcus, the injured Spartan. It'll be 2nd down and 5 when we return as the Vikings looking to get on the scoreboard here. Again, we are at West Mifflin High School just one of 3 home games, technically speaking, that Central Catholic will have this season. The other 2 is at Carnegie Mellon. The one already got played. Of course, that being against Pine Richland. Next home game isn't until October 10th when the Vikings take on Norwin. Roman Thompson now is in the backfield. Thompson, the leading rusher for Central Catholic, as he plows ahead. And on the second effort, picks up the first down to the 4-yard line. First and goal from the 4-yard line. Can't go until the ref signals to start. And Thompson close to the goal line. He's short. Brought down to the 1-yard line by Xavier Smith. And sometimes these Central plays, they can happen about 6 seconds in between as Thompson, all sorts of room for the Central Catholic touchdown. Roman Thompson in from 1 yard out. And Central on the board first. Roman Thompson scoring the touchdown for Central Catholic, as the extra point by Antonia DeFata is good. Roman Thompson's 7th rushing touchdown of the season makes it 7-0 Central Catholic. We got 6:58 to go in the first quarter. So the first drive in which Central Catholic tried to establish the passing game, 4 pass plays, 3 incompletions, and a sack. And on that drive, they only passed the ball 1 time and ran the ball 6 other times. Make that 5 other times, and we're pretty successful in that, right? So righting the wrongs of that first drive. DeFata to kick off for Central Catholic. Deep men, Deron Hunter and Andrew Bentz. Deron Hunter returned to kickoff for a touchdown against Kiski a couple of weeks ago. Won't have a chance here, as that is a line drive into the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10, Hempfield at the 20. So Hempfield so far, went 3 and out and had a first down given up via a penalty and a turnover. So 2 yards of offense for Hempfield through the first couple of drives. 1st and 10. As Dietrich's pass, it was tipped at the line but caught. It was complete to, looks like, Drew Jones. And coverage by Nick Karinga. 2nd down and 6. Hempfield will pass the ball pretty frequently. Dietrich, 740 yards coming into tonight's game, as Steinbeiser runs north-south instead of east-west. And he's swallowed up in the backfield for his troubles by Colson Gatton. 3-yard loss. Colson Gatton in there, as is Manny Regas. 3rd down and 9 from the 21-yard line for Hempfield. Dietrich with Jones in motion. He gets set as the tight end. Dietrich back to pass. Blatt hot on his tail, gets away. Dietrich's pass complete to Steinbeiser. Shakes off a Viking. And Steinbeiser finding his way forward. He's got the first down for Hempfield. Just an excellent effort there by Aiden Steinbeiser to pick up the first down. It's a 9-yard gain for Hempfield and a new set of downs at the 30-yard line. Central's defense isn't set yet. Flags fly. There was a Hempfield player or Hempfield coach, Kiefer, calling timeout. Which came first? Timeout came first. 5:10 to go in the first quarter. It is 7-0 Central Catholic. Here on the Central Catholic YouTube page. Thanks for joining us. As we get some breaks in the timeouts and whatnot, we'll try and keep you updated on what's happening around the WPIAL as well. Only scores that I'm seeing right now, Bethel Park on top of Trinity, 7-0, late in the first quarter. Avonworth driving early against Hopewell. No score there. And Leechburg on top of Jeanette, 7-0. Same score as well at the end of the first quarter for Woodland Hills and Shaler. 1st and 10 for Hempfield. And the end around, it goes left to right to Jack Kopis. And Kopis, not much room to be found. In fact, he lost a yard, it appears, as Roman Thompson makes the stop. Second down and 11 from the 29-yard line. Dietroff tries the hard count to no avail against this battle-tested Central Catholic team. Dietroff completes the quick curl route to Jack Kopis, and Kopis extends and has the first down once again for Hempfield. Just taking what the defense is giving you, and that allows a cushion enough for Hempfield to get the first down as Dietroff evades a man but is sacked just a yard behind the line of scrimmage. It's Angelo Pugliano. Angelo Pugliano, one of the several seniors that were honored during pregame. Looking to earn a degree in business administration. His favorite memory was winning the WPIL championship last year against North Allegheny. That was quite fun for Central Catholic fans, for sure, as everyone can remember. Dietroff back to pass, throws deep left side, adjusting, and the pass is incomplete. It's broken up by Dom Perella. Kopis the intended target, but Perella able to do a good enough job to get the ball away from Kopis while both were just fighting for the ball midair. And it's 3rd down and 11. Third down and 11 from the 39-yard line. Kopis goes in motion from left to right. Dietroff looking to pass. Floater into the flat. It's caught by Steinbeiser and a big hit by Yaceris Maley. There's a flag after the play as Maley got a little too caught up in the moment. Just can't have that happen. Give up free yardage like that. Again, just it's unacceptable. Can't have that happen, especially with those extracurriculars. As the official yells over to the Central Catholic sideline, just telling them to chill out in a few words. 1st and 10, Hempfield at the Central 41. Steinmeister gets the carry up the middle, runs into a sea of navy blue. In amongst the tacklers, Jalen Smith. Ball will be placed in between the 39 and 38-yard lines. We'll call it the 39 for a 2nd down and 8 for Hempfield. Steinmeister again. And Steinmeister hit behind the line by Jalen Smith, but able to get back to the line and maybe one more. And it's 3rd down and 7 from the 38. Steinmeister, the top running back for this Hempfield team, but did not lead the team in rushing the last couple of weeks. Had 130 yards against North Hills in the season opener, 99 against Franklin Regional. Last week was limited to 45 yards, and 2 weeks ago had 31 yards. And a timeout taken by Hempfield with 1:43 to go in the first quarter. Central Catholic up 7-0 on the Central Catholic YouTube page. Stay tuned. Third down and 7 for Hempfield as we welcome you back to Central Catholic football. Vikings up 7-0 as Dietroff back to pass. He's sacked. Angelo Pugliano with his 2nd sack of the game. Back to the original line of scrimmage. It's 4th and 10. And Hempfield going to send on the punt team, but this is kind of no man's land here. As the punter, Cardin Lippman. Back deep is Aiden Nasadka. And a snap taken and nearly blocked by Jordan Ray, but this punt gets away, and this takes a Hempfield roll down to about the 10-yard line. We got a flag thrown, and this is probably going to be on Central Catholic. There was a vicious block by Nick Karinga, and another Viking. I think they're going to call for unnecessary roughness or something of the sort. It'll still be Central ball, but back them up half the distance. If I were a guessing guy, a guessing man, I guess. So they got Zach Gleason with the personal foul. And Central will start this drive at the 5-yard line. So now Central, if you're looking at it from an optimistic viewpoint, Central's got 95 yards to work with here. Owen Herrick stands at his own goal line with Jaden Alexander. Alexander takes the handoff, has a huge hole on the left side. Alexander's got the first down and more as he spins his way forward to the 22. And Central, again, they're going to go quickly. And Hempfield, yeah, they're probably going to be called for illegal substitution. They will. Free play as the handoff goes up the middle. And that's the advantage that you have playing no huddle as Alexander burrows forward for 3. If you go so fast, Hempfield or the opposing teams have very limited time to make the substitutions necessary. So they will take the penalty. 1st and 10 at the 20, make that 1st and 5, from the 27-yard line. Herrick, screen pass, complete to Maceo Watkins. Watkins lowers the shoulder and picks up another first down for the Vikings. That's a 10-yard pickup for the Central Catholic leading receiver, Maceo Watkins. And Herrick drops back. Throwing deep over the middle. Pass is nearly picked. He was looking for Amari Wormsley, but it just goes down as a breakup for Henry Muchler. And it's 2nd down and 10 from the 38. Herrick turns, gives Alexander up the middle, and Alexander couldn't quite get through the second wave of defenders, but has the first down of the 48. 14-yard pickup. And again, trying to catch the Hempfield defense off guard. Whistles blow before Herrick can take the snap. And it's an official timeout. Have you ever seen a team go so quickly to the line in between plays that the official has to blow the play dead? I can tell just from Coach Lehmeyer's body language that he is not happy with what just transpired, but it is a 1st and 10 for Central at the 48-yard line. Maybe time for one more play. There's 12 seconds left in the first quarter. And the handoff to Jaden Alexander. Picks up a decent amount where he's brought down by Drew Jones at the 43-yard line. We're at the end of the first quarter. Central Catholic up 7-0 after a 1-yard touchdown plunge by Roman Thompson. We'll have second quarter action when we come back. You're watching Pittsburgh Central Catholic football on the Central Catholic YouTube page. Start of the second quarter, Central Catholic up 7-0, and a score update as well. Norwin has struck first against North Allegheny. It's 7-0 Knights. And, of course, that's a big matchup happening next week between the Vikings and the Tigers. Herrick throws incomplete. He had a defender in his face looking for the screen pass. Has that pressure brought on by Jacob Morgan. Herrick 2 for 6 to start out the game, 20 yards. Jaden Alexander has 5 carries for 49 yards, where Hempfield offensively has -3 rushing yards and 29 passing yards. Herrick, ball is tipped, incomplete. Bounced off of the helmet of a defender. And it's 4th down. We'll see if Herrick does the little pooch punt that he's done a few times in the past. They're lining up as if they're going to go for it. One of the defenders on the defensive line very close to offsides. And it is a pooch punt. Takes a Hempfield roll, but not going to deter Central too much. It's out of bounds at the 10. 1st and 10 for Hempfield at the 10-yard line. So Norwin leading North Allegheny. That is a prove-it game, really, for Norwin against the North Allegheny team that has been a thorn in Central's side for the better part of 4 years. Dietroff hands it off to Steinbeiser, and Steinbeiser is caught in the backfield and dropped for a loss of 1. That's Jalen Smith making the stop. Steinbeiser, 8 carries for 2 yards. The Central defense has been very, very good to start this ball game. Ball is at the 9-yard line for Hempfield, 2nd down. Dietroff getting the offense set. He drops back near his end zone. He's sacked. Question is, where do they mark him down? He's going to be down at the 1 as Manny Regas gets the sack. And it's 3rd down and a mile for Hempfield, and really they just got to get this out of the shadow of their own end zone. They got jumbo formation. And they're just going to tush-push this. Dietroff finds a little bit of some wiggle room, but runs right into Nick Karinga. And a flag at the end of the play. If this is against Central, that is not good. So Central, it was half and half, I guess you could say, as both teams called for fouls. And now Hempfield just got to get this punt out of the end zone. It is Carden Lippman punting from the back of his own end zone. And Lippman gets it away. Nasadka fields it at the 40-yard line. Nasadka, not much room there as he's hammered at the 40-yard line by Smith and Jones. And it's 1st and 10 Central from the 40-yard line. 9:55 to go in the second quarter. Central's up 7-0 against Hempfield. And this is part of a brutal stretch for Hempfield. 2-game stretch where you face, in back-to-back weeks, the two teams that represented 6A in the WPIL championship each of the last 3 seasons. Herrick, tunnel screen. It's complete to Maceo Watkins, and Watkins has some green grass in front of him. Pushed out of bounds at the 15-yard line for Central Catholic first down. Herrick leading the offense out as they are in the red zone. Alexander gets the handoff up the middle, and not much room to be found. He's brought down by the Harvard commit, Brock Heisler. And, of course, Division I offers, we talk about Power 4, but something also needs to be said for those Ivy League commitments, especially going to Harvard. I mean, Harvard's the toughest school to get into, and that says something if you're able to get into a school like that. Herrick's pass to the end zone incomplete. He threw it into a bunch of coverage. Watkins was the lone Viking in the area, and it's third down. .906 to go on a stopped second quarter clock. Central Catholic up 7-0. Been more of a slow burn. Herrick dumps it off near sideline. It's complete to Colson Gatton, but he is short of the first. There's a flag behind the line of scrimmage. We'll see what this is on. Either way, it's going to be, you either take the penalty and it's third down and somewhere in the ballpark of 20 yards, or you take fourth down and about 3 from the 9-yard line. And it looks like Hempfield's going to decline that penalty. So Coach Lehmeyer will send out Antonio DeFata on to attempt a field goal. This one pretty much dead on from 31 yards away. The holder is Sammy Machurek. And the snapper is Rory Knipp. And DeFata, no pressure, no problem. 31 yards, he's money. 10-0 Central Catholic with 8:55 to go in the second quarter. We'll be back in a moment on the Central Catholic YouTube page. Vikings up 10-0. DeFata to kick off after he just nailed a 31-yard field goal. It's a pooch kick coming to the near sideline. Good block, and the ball's still loose at the 35-yard line. No guarantee Central has it. And it is Central football. Looks like Nez Green got on it. And Central Catholic back in business at the 35-yard line. Handoff, Thompson. Not much there as he gets nothing on the play. Roman Thompson again, the leading rusher for Central Catholic. He's led the team in rushing in 3 of the first 4 games as Herrick drops back, looks on the curl route. It's complete to Watkins. He fumbles, but it goes out of bounds. And it will be a first down either way for Central Catholic. Give a forced fumble to Terrence Vaughns. They're going to give the gain up to the 23. Handoff, Roman Thompson. Thompson bursts up the middle and picks up another first down. Ball's at the 9-yard line now as Thompson gets it again. Thompson spinning, driving to the 6, maybe the 7. It'll be second down and goal for the Vikings at the 6. Thompson, big hole, and a touchdown for the Vikings. Roman Thompson in for 6 from 6, and it's 16-0 Central. DeFatta to attempt the extra point, as Roman Thompson's got a pair of touchdowns already for Central Catholic. He has a couple of 3-touchdown games. As this splits the uprights, it is true for DeFatta. 7:41 to go in the first half. Central Catholic up 17-0 over Hempfield on the Central Catholic YouTube page. The Fleet starting to get rowdy over on the near sideline. The Central Catholic student section as DeFatta booms this. This will go into the end zone touchback. 1st and 10 Hempfield coming up. Ball will be placed at the 20-yard line for Hempfield. Update. Norwin leads North Allegheny 10-0, and they have the ball again. 1st and 10 at the 20. Handoff. Nope, it's a keeper. Dietrich looking to pass over the middle. And the pass is intercepted. Jordan Ray from midfield. Tiptoes the near sideline and is out of bounds. A flag after the play as Jordan Ray with the pick. The 3rd Central takeaway of the game. We got a personal foul. Another blindside block. This one called on Pugliano. And Central Catholic up 17-0 against Hempfield. Just got their third takeaway of the game. And this ball gets moved back to the 38. First and 10 for the Vikings. Herrick drops back. He's got pressure on his blind side. Left for Nasadka. It's incomplete, broken up. And no flags in the area as well. As Troy Sebring, it looks like, gets the breakup. Second down and 10. Here's Alexander with a flag flying on the play. It's a 6-yard pickup for Alexander. I think this is against Hempfield, but we'll wait and see. It is indeed a penalty against the Spartans. Putting the ball at the 17-yard line, if I'm not mistaken. No, they're going to put it at the 18-yard line. And the Hempfield defense crowds the offensive line. And ultimately guilty of offsides. It's Wiederstein called for the personal. What am I talking about? Personal foul. What is this, basketball? Called for the flag, I should say, at the offsides. First and 5. The ball's at the 13-yard line. Alexander runs it from right to left. Another flag behind the play as Alexander gets first down yardage. It has been a flag fest here in this second quarter as we wait for the call. Jimmy Kalis guilty of a hold. We failed to mention the officials. The referee tonight is Dave Barry. Umpire Brandon Madden. Head linesman Bill Schottenheimer. Line judge Adam Schottenheimer. The field judge is Mark Natowski, and the side judge is Gary McGrail. First down and 15 from the 23-yard line for the Vikings. Herrick flushes out. Herrick's got some room. Herrick looking to take it himself. He's got the corner and the touchdown. Owen Herrick from 23 away, his second rushing touchdown of the season. And Central Catholic cushions the lead even further. It's 23-0. Extra point coming up from Antonio DeFata. And DeFata's extra point is good. 6:22 to go until halftime. It's Central Catholic 24 and Hempfield no score on the Central Catholic YouTube page. Stay tuned. Welcome back to West Mifflin Stadium. Just had a 23-yard touchdown run by the quarterback Owen Herrick as DeFata with a short kick, fair caught by Riley Evans inside the 30-yard line. Hempfield will have a 1st and 10. This has been a very different kind of game from last week where Central came out against Mount Lebanon and just blasted the Blue Devils. They got up 23-0 early on in the first quarter. This one has been more of a slow burn, wearing down Hempfield, getting some timely turnovers. They have 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles and a pick, 1 on offense, another an onside kick, and then an interception. As the handoff goes to Aiden Steinbeiser. Steinbeiser lost the ball, loose on the carpet, and I think Central jumped on it again. And indeed they did. Central football once more. Angelo Pugliano. That's the 4th turnover. Defense has been the name of the game for Central Catholic tonight. Empty set now for Owen Herrick and a new receiver in. That's Ty Kavalson on the 3-receiver set up on the top side of your screen. 1st and 10, Central at the 36-yard line. And a flag flies. The play clock was down to 0. So it'll be 1st and 15 from the 41-yard line for the Vikings. Herrick drops back. Throws the ball to the sideline. It's caught by Gatton. Out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Owen Herrick has not put up fantastic numbers. I mean, he's been efficient. 6 of 13, 67 yards. The defense has done most of the work for the Vikings, putting Central in these great situations. And now the handoff goes to Roman Thompson. Roman Thompson finds some greenery and bursts his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Central Catholic. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the night. His 3rd rushing touchdown game of the season. And Central Catholic balloons the lead to 30. And DeFata's extra point is good. 4 turnovers, 4 scores. Make that 3 scores off of turnovers. We're just under 6 minutes to play in the first half. Central Catholic leads 31-0. We'll be right back on the Central Catholic YouTube page. DeFata gets set to kick it away once more for Central Catholic. leading 31-0 over Hempfield. A ball ricochets in front of one of the up men for the Spartans, and it's taken up the far side by Teddy Kopis and steered out of bounds at the 33. First down, make that the 31-yard line. Nonetheless, it will be a first down for the Spartans. Offensively, they haven't gotten much going. They've ran 22 plays and have 19 yards of offense, including -10 rushing. I apologize, I didn't see the flag thrown, but evidently it was against the Vikings. So 15 tacked on to the end of the run, putting the ball at the 47. Still the usual suspects out for Hempfield, trying to get something going here. Steinmeister takes the handoff from left to right and nowhere to go whatsoever. He's tripped up by Zach Gleason. Well, someone forgot to turn the off button. Second down and 14 from the 43-yard line. I mean, to be fair, you hear that a lot with referees forgetting to turn the mics off. I hear it a lot of the Steeler games as well. As Steinbeiser up the middle gets back to the original line of scrimmage. He's brought down by Colson Gatton. Gain of 4, it's 3rd and 10. Steinbeiser, we mentioned, leading rusher for Hempfield, but not much to speak of. He's got 11 carries for 4 yards. 3rd and 10. Dietroff looks around, throws over the middle, pass is caught, and gets away from the first wave of tacklers, and it's Steinbeiser getting the first down for Hempfield at the 42. That's the first down for Hempfield in what seems to be an eternity. Ball's at the 43. And the handoff goes to Steinbeiser. Steinbeiser gets steered to the ground by Roman Thompson. Thompson, one of the defensive captains for Central Catholic, and for all intents and purposes, at least the way I see it, he's kind of the defensive leader for Central Catholic, manning one of those middle linebacker positions. 2nd and 6. 3:40 on a turning second quarter clock. Dietroff, screen pass, it's complete. And the bouncing off of a tackler is Drew Jones. He's out of bounds at the 30, inside the 35-yard line. Thompson gets him out. And we got an injured Hempfield Spartan down on the field. We'll keep it here as Central Catholic leads Hempfield by a score of 31-0. In terms of stats right now, Roman Thompson, 8 carries, 69 yards, and 3 touchdowns. The other touchdown was by Owen Herrick. Also, Antonio DeFata scored a 31-yard field goal. And now let's take a look at what's happening around the WPIAL. Norwin and North Allegheny is the game to watch right now. That game is at halftime with Norwin leading 10-7. The Knights will get the ball to start the second half. In 3A, Avonworth on top of Hopewell, 21-6. See if we can get a score update on Mount Lebanon and Cannon McMillan. Not seeing much luck yet. There it is. Mount Lebanon's up at half, 6-0 against Cannon McMillan as Drew Jones hobbles off to the sideline. And can't put much weight on his left ankle, something you don't want to see. And Seneca Valley is on top of Moon. Early in the second quarter, 14-13. So that's a good one down there in Moon Township. 3rd and 1. Dietroff barking out signals, trying to get his team set. And Dietroff takes the direct snap, has the first as he crosses the 30-yard line. Don't forget, we'll have coverage of the bands from Central Catholic and Hempfield at the half. As the handoff goes to Steinbeiser, flag flies. As Steinbeiser finds some wiggle room on the right-hand side. Runs over a tackler before being tag teamed by Don Perella and Nick Karinga. So a face mask is called. Looks like they got Colbert with a face mask. And Hempfield knocking on the door, at least trying to break the scoreless drought, as they're at the 14-yard line. Dietroff in the shotgun, man in motion is the new tight end, Xavier Smith. Dietroff pressured, and he's going to go down. The first wave of Vikings pushes him into the second wave as in amongst the tacklers, Manny Regas and Colbert. The third sack of the game for Central Catholic. As the Central defense continues to hold strong here. And another timeout. This one taken by Hempfield. 1:49 to go in the second quarter. It's Central Catholic 31, Hempfield nothing on the Central Catholic YouTube page. Well, Farrell Williams does a karaoke session. We have third down, make that second down and 15 as Dietroff throws it. Thought he was throwing it away, but there was a receiver there. It's caught by Henry Mutchler at the 11-yard line, so that worked out. Doesn't gain the first, but at least gives Hempfield some more room to work with. Third down and 7 from the 11-yard line as Dietroff swings it out. It's complete to Kopis. Kopis nearly breaks free, but can't shake off Jordan Ray, who brings him down. As a timeout will be taken by Central Catholic at the 7-yard line. We'll keep it here as, again, Central Catholic still maintaining the shutout for now, but Hempfield in a very good position to at least get 3 on the board, but you know Hempfield's going to think about 6 as we wind down in the first half of this WPIL 6A game. Central Catholic on a 3-game winning streak, and they've only gotten stronger ever since the 3-game gauntlet to begin the season, falling to LaSalle College in the season opener, beating Pine Richland, and then taking down Woodland Hills in a dominant fashion. Now it's 4th and 4. Hempfield thinking about 6. Central thinking about getting the defense off the field. Dietroff pressured all over the place. He's sacked. And it's Colson Gatton getting the sack for the Vikings. The 4th sack of the game for the Central defense, as they have been firing on all cylinders in this first half defensively. Assuming Hempfield doesn't get the ball back in this first half, Hempfield has negative 12 yards rushing. But still plenty of time for Central Catholic and for Coach Lehmeyer to drive his team 84 yards. Herrick, curl route complete to Nasadka, and Nasadka shakes off the coverage and taken out of bounds for a first down. Ball's at the 32, first down. Herrick to Nasadka again, another first down as the coverage blanketed by Cardin Lippman. Herrick, deep down the field, and the pass is caught. First down, Vikings to the 10 in a blink of an eye. Goes to Amari Wormsley. And Roman Thompson up the middle for the Central Catholic touchdown. Right up the middle. And Roman Thompson's got 4 touchdowns on the ground tonight. And the extra point by DeFata is good. We mentioned how the Central offense can go right down the field in the blink of an eye, and that's exactly what they did. 4 plays it takes to go 84 yards. As Central Catholic has the running clock in effect for the second half, unless Hempfield scores in the last 40.9 seconds of the second half. Herrick's got 141 yards passing. As the kick from DeFata. This is going to be returnable. Taken by Andrew Bentz inside the 5-yard line, and Bentz gets across the 20-yard line where he's dropped by the Vikings. It'll be 1st and 10. Stop made by Rob Coleman. 1st and 10 from the 24. We'll see if Hempfield will just run some plays here. Dietroff in the shotgun. He hands off to Aiden Steinbeiser, and Steinbeiser spurts his way up the middle as he crosses the 30, gets a 9-yard gain. For what I'm not mistaken, that's his longest rush of the game as Roman Thompson makes the stop. 2nd down and 1. As Dietroff, pass complete on this near side to Mutchler. He's got the first. Pressure by Thompson. Coverage by Seamus Mahan. Out to the 42. There's 0.2 of a second left. Ball was out of bounds, so the clock will wind on the snap. And really just one more chance to go to the end zone here if they choose. And instead it'll be a Steinbeiser handoff, 1st down yardage as he weaves his way across the Central 45-yard line. Roman Thompson's limping, so we'll see what happens there. Hopefully it's nothing too serious as he comes up gimpy to end the half. Central Catholic up 38-0. The marching band's coming up next on the Central Catholic YouTube page.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now recognize the senior members of the Viking Marching Band. Over the past 4 years, these 8 young men and women have carried on the traditions and teachings of Central Catholic and Oakland Catholic through their work in the classroom, in the marching band, and in the campus and their community involvement. Here are the honorees. Connor Bear. Connor Bear is being escorted by his father, Philip Bear, Central class of 1998. Connor is the low brass section leader and has played trombone for 4 years. He's a member of the Baginski Scholars Program and the Engineering Institute. He is a Boy Scout and attends Our Lady of Hope Parish. Connor is a high honor roll student and plans to study cybersecurity in college. Connor would like to thank his father, his family, and friends. Ladies and gentlemen, Connor Bear. Blake DiGiulio. Blake is being escorted onto the field by his parents Mike and Allison and his sister Addie. His stepfather and 2 uncles are Central alumni. Blake has been in band for 4 years playing trumpet and tuba. He is the trumpet section leader while also participating in mass and choir. He attends St. Paul Cathedral, Paris. He is a high honor roll student and plans to study pharmacy at Duquesne University. He would like to thank his family and the friends he's made along the way. Let's hear it for Blake DiGiulio. Mary Ellen Fox. Mary Ellen is being escorted onto the field by her mother, Martha, and sisters Gwendolyn and Annabelle. Mary Ellen has played clarinet in the band for 3 years. She participates in English Festival and Irish sessions. She has taught 2nd grade CCD at her home parish and Our Lady of Mount Carmel. Mary Ellen is an honor roll student and plans to study film or Irish traditional music. She would like to thank Mr. Wilson, her mom, sisters, grandma, and Clara. Vikings fans, Mary Ellen Fox. Aiden and Nora Flaherty. Aiden and Nora are both 4-year band members and are being escorted this evening by their mother, Bridget Flaherty. Their grandfather, Lawrence, is a Central alumni, class of 1954, and their sister, Mia, is an Oakland Catholic graduate. Aiden and Nora volunteer at UPMC Children's Hospital and are members of St. Matthew's Parish. Nora plays clarinet and participates in Mass and Latin Club. She is a high honor roll student and plans to study psychology or pharmacy in college. She would like to thank her mom, grandma, and her siblings. Aiden plays cymbals and participates in robotics, esports, and Big Brothers. He is a high honor roll student and plans to attend college. He would like to thank his family for always believing in him. Ladies and gentlemen, Nora Flaherty and Aiden Flaherty. Drum Major Garrett King. Garrett is escorted onto the field by his parents Anita and Brian King and brother Declan. Garrett has played alto saxophone in band for 4 years while also participating in robotics, Viking News Network, the Sallian Ministry, Viking Ambassadors, and sound crew for Mass. He attends St. John's and Paul's Parish. He is an honor roll student who plans to study engineering and pre-dentistry. He would like to thank his mom and dad for always supporting him, Mr. Wilson for giving him opportunities and guidance, and his Uncle Dave for being the reason he started playing saxophone. Vikings fans, let's hear it for Garrett King. Clara Lopresti. Clara is being escorted onto the field by her parents Ed and Lindsay and younger sister Amelia. Clara has been clarinet section leader for 4 years in band. She participates in masked stage crew and attends St. Jude Parish. Clara is a high honor roll student and plans to study sociology in college. She would like to thank Mr. Wilson for everything he's done and everyone in the band. Ladies and gentlemen, Clara Lopresti. Braden Spencer. Braden is a 4-year member of the band drumline, is the drumline section leader. He is being escorted onto the field by his mother, Tris Spencer, and his aunt, Lisa Nichols. Braden has played soccer, ultimate frisbee, and tennis. He was involved in robotics and is an Eagle Scout and is a member of St. Jude Parish. An honor roll student, Braden will attend the Industrial Electrical Program at Rosedale Technical Institute with the goal to become a union electrician. Braden would like to thank Mr. Wilson for his years of guidance and fun, former drumline section leader Nathaniel Austin for keeping the drumline busy, Mrs. Cusk for bringing fruit snacks and making sure we had black socks, and his mom for all of her love. Ladies and gentlemen, Braden Spencer. Fans, we would also like to extend our congratulations and best wishes to all the Hempfield seniors and their families. Once again, let's have a round of applause for the senior members of the Viking Marching Band.
But wait, we are not done. Time now to recognize the cheerleaders that are seniors. Cheerleader Natalie Fazio is being escorted by her parents, Joan and Michael Fazio, and her sister Mila. She has been a cheerleader for 10 years. Natalie plans to attend a four-year university and earn a degree in healthcare. Senior Sonia Karn is being escorted by her parents, Shakira and Charles Karn. She has been a cheerleader for 4 years. Sonia plans to attend a four-year university and major in free dental. Cheerleader Natalia Wolford is being escorted by her mother and stepfather LaToya and Anthony Tillman, her father Walter Evans, grandmother Carol Holden, great-grandmother Barbara Sessions, and sisters Jody Tabrun, Maya Jackson, and Maya Macon. She has been a cheerleader for 3 years. Natalia plans to attend college to pursue a degree in computer engineering. Cheerleader Ryan Paul is being escorted by her mother and stepfather Kristen and Joseph Pritchett. She has been a cheerleader for 3 years. Ryan plans to attend Texas Southern University and earn a degree in biomedical engineering. And finally, team photographer Giovanna Minton is being escorted by her parents, Nicolina and Christopher Minton, and brothers Nico and Tanner. Giovanna is planning to go to college to study communications and marketing. Her advice for underclassmen is to keep working hard because opportunities come from your dedication, and do not let anyone stand in the way of your dreams.
Second half underway with a good return here by Jaden Alexander. Alexander nearly takes it back on the opening kickoff of the second half. He gets tripped up as he crosses the 30-yard line. And a touchdown-saving tackle made right at the 30. First and 10 for Central Catholic. Taking a look at the first half stats as we resume action. Central Catholic, 295 total yards of offense. And it looks like the starting offense remains out on the field. Central with 141 yards passing, all of them off of Owen Herrick, of course. 154 rushing yards. As Herrick gives the ball off and running the ball forward for a first down is Jaden Pearson. First and 10 from the 15-yard line. Pearson up the middle again. Pearson bulldozing his way. He falls forward for a Central Catholic touchdown. Jaden Pearson. First 2 carries of the game for him. And he makes them count. It's 44-0. And the extra point coming up from the new kicker. That's Matt Conley kicking the extra point. And the extra point is good. We've only played 51 seconds of the third quarter. It is going to be a running clock for the second half, but you wouldn't know that based off of the first couple of plays, as Central only takes 2 plays to go 30 yards thanks to Jaden Pearson. And it's 45-0 Vikings. Well, we didn't even get to finish the rest of the stats. Roman Thompson, leading rusher, 9 carries, 79 yards. He's got 4 touchdowns. I'd be very surprised if he came back in for the second half, especially considering at the end of the first half he came up limping on one of his feet. And not to mention, you have the big matchup next week with North Allegheny, who's trailing Norwin 17-7 now. Jaden Alexander has 7 carries, 56 yards. Owen Herrick, 2 carries, 19 yards for a touchdown. Herrick, 9-16, 141 passing. Hempfield has had 77 total yards of offense, 12 of them rushing, thanks to 4 sacks. That's really ballooned the rushing totals for Central's defense as the Fattas kick off through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 for Hempfield as the clock continues to wind on what will be a running second half clock. Central scored 31 points in the second quarter, which has them out to this big 45-0 lead. All 6 touchdowns have been on the ground for Central Catholic, and now we got to keep an eye out for some new players entering the game. From what I see, it looks like the same starting offense for Hempfield. Truff, the quarterback, fakes the handoff, pass complete to Kopis. And Kopis hit immediately by Sam Gompers. That's a gain of about 7, second down. New running back in, that is Andrew Bentz. I'm not seeing Steinbeiser out there right now. Truff, pass again complete. First down, Hempfield. Across the 30-yard line to the 34. That pass is caught by Troy Sebring. Truff throws deep, and that pass is broken up at the last second, incomplete. That pass gets broken up by Yaceris Maley. And it's 2nd down and 10. Dietroff, 11 of 14 passing, 79 yards, does have an interception. And the Vikings will get caught off sides. Second down and 5 coming up. Man in motion goes Bentz as Dietroff looks deep over the middle. Wide open, pass is caught for a Hempfield first down all the way across the Central Catholic 30-yard line. That's Jack Kopis. And Dietroff from the 31, he's sacked in the backfield by the Vikings. And making the play is Sammy Tapu. That's the 5th sack of the game for Central Catholic. The defense has been very, very stout. Looking to keep the shutout intact here as Hempfield going up against mostly the second string. Dietroff, it's a tunnel screen, pass complete, and bursting up the middle for Hempfield is Jack Kopis. Ball's at the 21-yard line. Yes, it is a first down. Some WPIL news. Matt Sig from Fort Cherry has broken the WPIL all-time touchdown record. Now has 118 touchdowns and counting in his career. As Dietroff's pass to the end zone is caught for a Hempfield touchdown to Jack Kopis. So Hempfield breaks the shutout as Jack Kopis with a 21-yard touchdown pass. He carried the load mostly offensively. He's got 6 catches for 96 yards. That's the most receiving yards by a Hempfield receiver this season. And the extra point is good by the kicker, Sawyer Luthold. 5:37 to go in the third quarter. It is Central Catholic 45, Hempfield 7 on the Central Catholic YouTube page. Hempfield on the board with a 21-yard touchdown pass from Dom Dietroff to Jack Kopis. As Christina Schrumpf, the kicker for Hempfield, getting set to boom it away. Back deep for Central Catholic, Nico Major and Jaden Alexander. And if you're Hempfield, you would be wise to kick away from Alexander, but Hempfield calls timeout. It is 45-7. Other scores, Woodland Hills blasting Shaler right now, 42-6. Also, the Hopewell kicker just tied his own record for the longest field goal in WPIL history. He kicked a 55-yard field goal. Just kind of scrolling through Twitter right now, or X, whatever you want to call it. North Allegheny just scored at the end of the third quarter, trailing 17-14 to Norwin. Of course, that's the game that a lot of people outside of this game from Central kind of pointing their eyes at to see what happens in that game. Alexander fields it from the 9, spins his way forward, and Jaden Alexander, he turns on the Jets. Bye-bye, baby. 92-yard house call for Jaden Alexander. Touchdown, Vikings. I said it before we went to break, or was in the process of saying it. Hempfield would be wise to kick it away from Jaden Alexander, but in that case, they did not. And the results, well, you just saw it on full display. Now, Central Catholic, they've hung up 50 points for the third straight week. 58 against Woodland Hills, 57 last week against Mount Lebanon. And the extra point is good by Matt Conley. 4:42 remaining in the third quarter. It is Central Catholic 52 and Hempfield 7 on the Central Catholic YouTube page. Stay tuned. Clock winding at 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter as DeFatta's kicked off through the end zone for a touchback. Hempfield gets the ball back, 1st and 10. Central has touched the ball a total of 4 times. 2 lengthy kickoff returns, 1 for a touchdown, and 2 totes of the rock by running back Jaden Pearson. And Central has scored twice in this third quarter, already a mercy rule, running clock. Second string mostly in. In fact, entirely in. I don't see any starters out there as of now. We got a quarterback change. It's Carden Lippman in a quarterback for Hempfield. Lippman hands off to Brantz. And Andrew Bent, is swallowed up in the backfield. Making the stop, looks like it's Eric Jones. And Nez Green. Loss of 2. It'll be second down. That's Bentz, excuse me, at running back. Bentz with the carry, left side, and again, no room to be found whatsoever as he's thumped by Rob Coleman. Third down and 13 from the 17-yard line. Three receivers near side for Hempfield as Littman keeps looking to throw. Littman completes the pass to the near side with pressure in his face, and he's hammered. That receiver gets walloped on the near sideline. That's Jacob Hamilton eating up a hit from Yaceris Maley and Jay Ross. Now, that was a 10-yard gain, but it'll be fourth down coming up, so punt unit is on the field. And that one sky high. Punt is returned by the Vikings, and running up dangerously was Sammy Machurak. But hey, he's able to hold on to the ball, so no harm, no foul. Vikings start 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Probably going to see the reserves in, and we are going to see the reserves in the second half for Central Catholic. New quarterback is Ty Kavalson. The running back is Jay Ross. Handoff to Ross. Has a big hole on the right-hand side. Tripped up initially by Leroy Corey. As Jay Ross gets to the 29, gain of 4. Second down for the Vikings. And they'll let the clock wind down to zeros. That'll take us to the end of the third. It's Central Catholic 52 and Hempfield 7 on the Central Catholic YouTube page. In this fourth quarter as Central Catholic up by a bunch over Hempfield. A handoff, Jay Ross goes up to the 25-yard line. Eyes right now, most of them are in North Huntington as Norwin leads North Allegheny by 3. It's 17-14 over there. Right here it is, well, not quite 17-14. As Ross bounces outside, has the first. He'll be taken down to the 21-yard line. As it stands, Roman Thompson, a 4-touchdown performance. He's got 10 touchdowns on the ground this season. First and 10 from the 21. Here's Jay Ross. Left side, Ross bursts his way forward, still churning up to the 3-yard line. And, of course, Central Catholic goes quickly because why wouldn't they? Ball's at the 2-yard line. Hand off to Ross. Takes a hit, extends, and he's short. Second down and goal. Ross plows through a tackler and burrows his way into the end zone for a Central Catholic touchdown. That's the 7th rushing touchdown on the ground for Central Catholic tonight. And the Vikings take a 58-7 lead. Conley on the extra point. It is good. And with 9:36 to go in the fourth quarter, it is Central Catholic 59 and Hempfield 7 on the Central Catholic YouTube page. Gotta be careful now. What is this, the Fedco zone? Ready? This crowd was much more lively in the first half, but with a 52-point lead, now it's pretty much just smooth sailing for the Vikings faithful as the Hempfield return man gets plowed before the 20-yard line. First and 10 coming up for the Spartans at the 19. That was Conley taking the kickoff. I believe that was his first kickoff of the night, as DeFata had taken care of pretty much all of the kickoffs. Breaking news, North Allegheny has just snatched the lead from Norwin. So it is 21-17, if I'm not mistaken. Before Lippman can take the snap, we have whistles. And a timeout for Central Catholic. We'll keep it here as we take a look at the rest of the Central Catholic schedule. Next week, a big one at North Allegheny, who's in a thriller with Norwin, who's been the upstart in 6A. Central Catholic will finish the season for the last 5 on the road at NA next week. In 2 weeks, they go to Shaler, which they play pretty much every year at Shaler. Week 7 is the final home game of the regular season, hosting Norwin. Week 8 will go to Seneca Valley, and Week 9 finishing the regular season at Canon McMillan. So not a lot in terms of home games for Central Catholic, but it is what it is. And we have flags, and an illegal substitution will be called against Hempfield. That's not something that's too promising. 1st and 15 from the 13-yard line. As Lippman makes the handoff, swings it out, pass is complete for Hempfield down to the original line of scrimmage. That was caught by Riley Evans. Gain of 7, 2nd down. Lippman over the middle, pass is complete in the flat, and spinning his way forward for a Hempfield first down is Jake Kosinski. $20-yard gain through the air. On the stat sheet, it's going to say that Central gave up quite a bit of passing yards, but don't let that stat line fool you, as the handoff going around the left-hand side is blown up in the backfield as Joey Turek is brought down for a loss. 2nd down and 14. Low snap, and Lippman falls on it for a loss of 5. It'll be 3rd down and long for Hempfield, as this game, it is going to be a Central Catholic win. All that we're waiting on is the score, which reads 59-7 as of now. Lippman swings it out, incomplete, through the hands of Turek, and it's 4th down. And with the game being out of reach, Hempfield will send out the punt team. Back deep for the Vikings is Sammy Machurak. And 4th and long. Punt off the toe of the punter. And it's picked up by Machurak at the 49. And rambles out of bounds at the 40. It's a bold decision, but Machurak takes it on the run anyway. 1st and 10 coming up for Central Catholic at the 40, roughly. Nope, they're going to mark it at the 37, it looks like. Pay attention to the side judge over on the top side of your screen. Up next for Hempfield, they're taking on Cannon Mac next week at home. We'll travel to Norwin after that, as Hempfield looking to get back in the win column against a Cannon Mac team that has had some lumps throughout this young season, but ultimately trying to make some noise in 6A as Jay Ross gets suplexed to the ground at the 28. Kind of lowered his shoulder there. They'll call it a gain of 9, 2nd down and 1. Cannon Mac has defeated Mount Lebanon. That score goes final at 21-6. So Canon-Mac with its first conference win of the season. By the way, I stand corrected on the North Allegheny score. It's 20-17 as the extra point went no good. Ross, first down to the 25. As he gets dropped by Dante Giannilli. Jay Ross has 8 carries all in this second half, mostly in this fourth quarter. As the Central offense, I mean, the offense was good. I wouldn't call it great for Central standards. The defense was really the difference in this game, and the reason why this game got out of hand in the second quarter, as Ross to the left-hand side, working his way inside the red zone, where he's dropped at the 16-yard line, gain of 8. And believe it or not, Jay Ross now has the second most carries, is tied for the most carries of the game for Central Catholic. Him and Roman Thompson have 9 carries. Thompson a 4-touchdown performance. And would be very surprised if they don't go to Ross here. Second down and short. Ross has the first again. Ross rambles his way inside the 10. And gets bumped down at the 5-yard line, maybe the 6. For another first down. Clock under a minute. We'll see if they kneel the ball out or if they go for the punctuation mark. Looks like they're going to kneel, which is probably the right decision. In fact, it is the right decision. As the clock continues to swell down further and further, that will do it from West Mifflin. As Machurak sitting and takes a knee. Central Catholic with a dominant performance, defeating Hempfield 59-7 here at West Mifflin Stadium and on senior night for Central Catholic. Celebrating the Central Catholic football seniors, the band seniors, the cheerleading seniors, and they do so in impressive fashion with a thumping of Hempfield here tonight. Final stats for Central Catholic. They had 391 total yards of offense, 250 on the ground, 141 through the air. Roman Thompson led with 9 carries, 79 yards, and 4 touchdowns. The defense for Central Catholic was outstanding, despite the final stat line showing that they gave up 190 yards of passing to Hempfield. Really, that was all in when the game was all but decided, as Hempfield finishes with -5 rushing yards on the game and 185 total yards for the contest as well. Hempfield falls to 3-2. And we'll look to rebound next week against Canon-McMillan at home. Central Catholic improves to 4-1 on the season and a third straight 50-plus point performance in the 59-7 beatdown of the Hempfield Spartans. For our producer, Joey Deasy, I'm Brandon Rossai, signing off from West Mifflin. Thank you so much for joining us here this evening, as once again we'll have the coverage on the Central Catholic YouTube page for Central Catholic versus Norwin. That comes up in 3 weeks' time. But until then, once again, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great evening from West Mifflin.